Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRIENDS and Detroit LIONS fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you thought the Lions season was shaping up to be exciting already, hold on to your hats because the latest rumors and potential moves could take us into uncharted territory. The buzz around the league is that the Detroit Lions are eyeing a major upgrade in their secondary, and the player at the center of this storm is none other than Denzel Ward from the Cleveland Browns. That's right. There's chatter about a trade that could send Ward, a four-time Pro Bowler and one of the best shutdown corners in the league, to Detroit. And believe me, this isn't just talk. The implications are huge for our defense, especially as we push toward the playoffs. If you take a good look at the current state of the Lions' defense, it's clear that we've made significant strides this season, especially with our pass rush and the overall team effort. But in the NFC North, where quarterbacks like Kirk Cousins and even Aaron Rodgers, should he return, look to throw downfield, having a lockdown corner like Denzel Ward could be a game changer. Right now, our secondary has been solid but not elite. Adding a player of Ward's caliber could elevate us to a new level, transforming our defense into a true fortress, particularly in those tight, high-stakes games where every yard counts. Ward, as many of you know, is no stranger to dominating receivers across the league. He's been a staple of the Browns' secondary, regularly shadowing the opponent's top WRs and shutting down passing lanes. His ability to stick to receivers like glue, combined with his quick burst and awareness, makes him one of the most feared cover corners in the NFL. Even with injuries that limited him to just 9 games in 2025, thanks to a concussion early in the season, his production was still impressive. He recorded 21 solo tackles, 5 assists, and an incredible 26 pass deflections, along with an interception that he returned for 13 yards. Despite playing fewer games, his impact was undeniable, and his advanced stats, like a PFF grade of 52.2, show that he's still a top-tier talent when healthy. The Browns, sitting at 4-6, are in a bit of a rebuilding phase, especially after a season where they've given up 264 points in just 10 games. They're prioritizing their future cap space, saving around $24 million, and focusing on developing younger players like their quarterback and offensive line. It's no secret that Cleveland is looking to rebuild, and part of that strategy involves moving some of their veteran assets, including Ward, to free up space and draft picks. The fact that they're willing to part ways with Ward for a first-round pick in 2026 and a third-rounder in 2027 speaks volumes about their plans. They're clearly looking to build around their young core, and a trade like this could be a win-win if Detroit can capitalize. Now, think about what this means for the Lions' defense. With Ward lining up on the outside, our pass defense could see a dramatic improvement. Opponents would think twice about throwing deep, knowing Ward is lurking and ready to shut down their top targets. His ability to stay with elite receivers, his contested catch rate is around 20%, which is stellar, would make our secondary much more formidable. Comparing him to our current corner, Arnold, who has been battling through injuries like a shoulder issue, Ward's presence would give us that extra layer of security. His coverage rate, which is around 54%, combined with his EPA per target of -0.15, underscores his effectiveness in limiting big plays. What's also interesting is how Ward's presence could ease the burden on our pass rush. With Hutchinson and others getting to the quarterback, having a corner that can lock down receivers allows the pass rush to be more aggressive, knowing they won't be burned deep. This synergy between pass rush and secondary is what elevates defenses into elite status, and Ward could be the missing piece that pushes us over the top. His track record shows that he wins man coverage at an 82% clip and zone coverage at 85%. These are numbers that any defensive coordinator would dream of having, especially in high-pressure situations like third and long or red zone scenarios. The impact on our win probability is significant. If Ward joins the Lions, projections suggest a jump in our chances of winning close games, especially in the NFC North, where divisional battles are often decided by a few key plays. Our current record of 6-3 could very well become 7-2 or even 8-1 with a player like Ward making those crucial plays. His ability to generate turnovers, he's projected to add around 6 interceptions this season, would help us flip field position and put more points on the board. Plus, his presence could help reduce the yards after catch allowed by our opponents, tightening up our pass defense even further. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. The Lions are sitting at plus 750 odds to win the Super Bowl, but those numbers could shrink significantly if this move goes through. Some reports suggest we could see odds drop to around plus 350. Ward's status as a game-changing corner makes him an X-factor, especially in the colder months of late fall and winter, when weather conditions often favor defenses. His contest rate of around 20% on deep throws means he's not just good at coverage, but also at disrupting those big plays that can swing a game. From a strategic standpoint, this trade would be a bold move by the Lions' front office. It signals that we're all in this season, aiming for nothing less than making a deep playoff run and pushing hard for that Super Bowl trophy. The team's balance between offense and defense has been solid. Goff continues to lead an efficient passing game, and our red zone efficiency has improved, with touchdowns down to 42% from 55% earlier in the season. Adding Ward could be the final piece to ensure that our defense is just as explosive as our offense, making us a real threat to any team in the league. Of course, the Browns are taking a cautious approach, prioritizing their rebuild and cap space. Moving Ward for a first-round pick and a third-rounder makes sense for Cleveland. They're focusing on developing their young talent and saving money for future seasons. But for Detroit, this is a golden opportunity. Not only do we bolster our secondary, but we also send a message to the rest of the league. We're here to contend now, and we're willing to make bold moves to win. So imagine a secondary anchored by Ward with players like Okuda and our current safeties around him. It's a secondary that would make opposing quarterbacks think twice, especially in those critical moments. And with our aggressive pass rush, this combination could turn our already tough defense into a nightmare for offenses across the NFC. It's the kind of upgrade that could propel us into the top tier of defenses league-wide, and perhaps get us that much closer to our ultimate goal, the Super Bowl. And now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think a trade for Denzel Ward makes sense for us? Would you be willing to part with a first-round pick in 2026 for a player who could be the difference maker in our secondary? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Lions. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Detroit Lions news. We're in this together, and the best is yet to come.